Hey guys, my phone has failed me 3 times, so I'm going live. I'm actually live right now, if you guys can make it. I'm talking about Madeline COJOCARI and maybe a little bit about, I might have to do a separate one for the Gilgo murders, but I had to go live because my phone taped me for like 3 minutes, then 5 minutes. I tried it 3 times. So I just listened and they said, just do it live. So if you guys can be there, I appreciate it. Love you. I'm going live if you can come. I just wanted to let you know, I know you're working probably, but I'm going live because my phone's not working. I'm trying to do a video for like about an hour and a half and it keeps going off. So I'm going live. So if you could be there, otherwise you could watch the replay, but I'm just giving you that phone call that you like. Love you. Namaste. I'm so sorry. Hey, pal. My pal is here. Namaste, everybody. And I didn't even have the microphone. Okay, namaste, everybody. I did not want to go live because I wanted to just do it as a video because I feel a little pressure as a live. So, hi, Rain Cloud. Yeah, Friday. I tried 3 times for the past hour and a half, and my phone kept shutting off. So this is my old phone. So I'm trying with this. I'm trying to do stuff about Madalena COJOCARI, and also I might do at the end of this the Giglio, but I might do that separately. But it's getting dark. It's getting late. It's not dark, but I have to do it in the light. Something tells me that. But hi, hey Zenjen, hey Bayo, Eileen. I'm glad you guys could jump on. Yeah, I was supposed to be doing a video, and my phone went down 3 times. I taped like 8 minutes, 7 minutes, 5 minutes. So I'm going live. Hopefully, keep your fingers crossed. I hope it works. Hi, Rain Cloud. 1 second. Where did I go? Where did I go? Oh. Okay. Hi, guys. Yeah, so we are here for a very important reason for a little girl that went missing. She was 11 years old, so now she's 12. And very rarely do I feel when people who are missing or children who are missing, very rarely do I feel that they are on the physical plane. I don't feel that she has passed. And so I am hoping by doing this reading, by trying to tap in, I was doing my prayers and the video went off. So I might have to do just 2 more cards of prayers because this is important, very important, to be prayed up and to be protected. The energy is really heavy. Have you felt it, guys? And I like to be really, really happy on Fridays. Friday. But doesn't feel like Friday. The energy, first of all, over here in Texas, it's about 107. Okay. It is like I just made 2 trips out to my car because I couldn't find the cards. And I brought in some cards, but then the other cards weren't there for the Gilgo Beach Rex murders. And yeah, on this channel, I say murders, I say killed. Okay, I'm not monetized. That's what I say because I don't understand those other words. I think when you say those other words, unalived, that's almost like, oh, somebody made a mistake and unalived themselves. I no, it doesn't flow off of me well. So I'm going to use my words that I know from my head, okay? And people just going to have to deal with it or just click off. Okay, anyhow, everything that I say is for entertainment reasons only. Some of the stuff is based on fact because I do a lot of research before I usually delve into a case. I always do the research because it helps me tap in. Some readers don't like to do the research. They like to go bareback. Okay. And that's okay. Whatever your style is, so be it. But I had watched a few different readers do. There's not that much on. Her name is Madalena COJOCARI. And she's a beautiful, I wish I had the picture up here. Well, oh yeah, let me get a picture of her. Hold on a second, guys, so you could really feel it. Madalena COJOCARI, missing 11-year-old girl. Now my phone's not opening up. I don't know why. Okay. She's from Charlotte, North Carolina, and she was 11 years old when she went missing. So she would be 12 now if she is indeed alive, which I feel that way. And you know what? Can I be wrong? Of course I could be wrong. But when I am trying to tap into somebody, channel into a child or a person that's missing, what I do is I basically ask them. And yeah, I can remote view and I could try to tap in that way. But I go over her pictures. I look at her. I'll show you her last picture getting off the school bus. Okay, so there's that picture, and I want to show you another picture of her now. Where is it? It says here that a mother asked a relative to smuggle her daughter, 11-year-old, before the 11-year-old went missing. What? What? Mother asked relative to smuggle her daughter before the 11-year-old went missing. Police say that the missing girl's parents clearly know more. Jennifer Thompson gave an update. The mother of the missing girl, her name is Diana COJOCARI. COJOCARI. I might be saying her name wrong, but I have the spelling. And they're from, I'll go over everything. That's why, hi Dawn. Yes, I do think she was sold, but in a weird way, not in the regular trafficking way. But I'm going to go over it. But let me just read this to you guys. The mother of a missing girl asked a distant relative if he could help smuggle them away from their home because she was in a bad relationship with the husband and wanted a divorce, according to a search warrant. Diana COJOCARI, 37, and her husband have been charged after they took 3 weeks to report their daughter, 11-year-old missing Madalina COJOCARI. And they're from Ukraine originally. But the father was from North Carolina, I believe, and bought a big, huge house, but then lost his job. And so they think money has to do with it. He was controlling, but whatever. Both of them are both behind bars. Cell phone data reviewed by the police show that Diane COJOCARI contacted and had extensive communication with her distant relative, Octavian Sabano, according to police. Sabano made multiple phone calls to phone numbers belonging to unidentified targets who are involved in drug and narcotic trafficking. Okay. Police conducted a canine search of Diane COJOCARI's car, during which the dog alerted to narcotics under the passenger side door. Police believe that the car may have evidence of narcotics, drug paraphernalia, and evidence of trafficking, according to the documents. Several items were found inside the door, including a Moldova. Yeah, they're from Moldova originally. Debit card belonging to Diana COJOCARI, Madalina COJOCARI, Romanian and Moldavian passports. Diana, you only take your passports if you think you're going on a trip or you think you're going to put your daughter on a trip. But maybe she was trying to get away from the husband, but she never, told this to the police. Okay. So COJOCARI's Romanian passport and miscellaneous education and work certificates, according to the warrant. On December 15th, Diana COJOCARI went to her daughter's school and told administrators that the 11-year-old girl had been missing since November 23rd. And I feel like after she got off the bus, that was the last day that she was in that house, because they admitted to having an argument. The husband and wife admitted to having an argument. And then Diana went to sleep and saw her 11-year-old daughter in her room, and then woke up the next day and the husband was gone on his trip to Michigan, and the daughter was gone. She noticed, but she never called anybody. Diane COJOCARI told police she last saw her daughter in bed on the 23rd. Okay, I just wanted to show you a picture. That's a little bit of the background. You could always do your own research, but she's been missing since November. She hasn't been at school since November 21st, 2022. Okay. The school did, a lot of people trying to blame it on the teachers, but they did look into it after she was, teachers are mandated reporters after 3 to 6 unexcused days of absence. But when I was in New York, they had stricter laws. And when I was a teacher in New York, even pre-K, even kindergarten kids, if they were absent for more than a day and you didn't get a note or a phone call, you were supposed to, call them and get a note somehow. They just couldn't be absent. It was stricter in New York. And then you would get in trouble as the teacher. My principal was always trying to get me in trouble. Why were they absent for 2 days? That's on you. So I was very vigilant about, getting notes. And the parent usually would call in and let the office know the kid was out with a fever or, a throat problem. But this was a lot of days that she was missing. And here's her beautiful self. That's a little younger, and that's more recently with the yellow on. She's a beautiful girl. I think she has brown eyes, long brown hair, if it's still long. And oh my God, she's gorgeous. And I think she's only 90 pounds, 4'10". I have the exact. Okay. Yeah, let me just get off of that. Okay, so who's here? Hi, Lisa Sarn. I was just thinking about you the other day. Hopefully everything's okay. You hanging in there? Hi, Jazzy Jewel. Hi, Dawn. Okay. Yeah, so if I don't look at the chat, it's not because I'm trying to ignore. When I try to do readings, I'm not concerned with the chat. I'm just doing it live because I had a problem with my phone 3 times, and I was like, I'm not going to make it a 4th time. I would do a whole introduction. I was doing my prayers the 2nd time, introduction, and it's just not working. So I said, let me do the live, and 16 minutes in. Okay, here we go. Okay. So I'm open and receptive to receiving any information about Madeline COJOCARI. And if she wants to talk to me, or if my spirit guides can talk through her, I'm asking Gannon to help me. I'm asking Shanann to help me. Thank you. I'm asking Tylee Ryan to help out. Thank you. Okay. So, I'm going to read my notes. It might be like out of order. She was born Madalena, beautiful Madalena. I'm trying to see if I can get a picture, because that'll help me. Yeah, 1 second, guys. Again, I'm sorry. Ironically, her shirt says, "We can change the world," or "I could change the world." Oh my gosh. Okay. So I started to get very, very interested in her case. I'm going to mention another reader's name, fellow reader, psychic, medium. Her name is The Spiritual Genie, and she has a YouTube channel. And so we talked to each other a little bit through the texts, through the like emails and comments. And so she did a beautiful 2 videos. I shared one of her videos. I don't know if I shared both of them, but I wanted to get the energy going again. Thank you. She's looking at me. Do you want to tell me anything? So yes, I heard about her case and I didn't have the time to do it, and I'm sorry about that. I want to apologize to her. Thank you. She said it's more important that you're doing it now. Okay, so what I want to know from Madalena or your spirit guides, are you still on this physical earth? We're going to try to find you. Can you tell us a little bit about what happened? She's saying she still misses her mother. She still wants her mother to stick up for her. And the mother, Diana, who's currently in the jail, what she did was when she was in the Ukraine, okay, she got divorced from Moldova. She divorced Madalina's father. And then she went on some kind of show. There's record of her. If you like look it up, do the research. There's a record of her going on some sort of show to lose weight, and so she was part of this thing where lose weight, and she would win money if she, whoever lost the most weight. And Madalina was on it, and she was just a little baby. And oh my God, she's so cute. She is so cute. Anyway, so then she fled from the Ukraine and went to North Carolina. I don't know how she met the husband. I don't know if she met the husband when she was overseas, through the internet. I don't know how she met the husband, but he was 60-something years old, and the mother, Diana, Madalina's mother, was only 37. And he was 60-something years old. Okay. So people might say, oh, that doesn't matter. Whatever. Doesn't make a difference, age. But now we're getting all this information, or it's coming to me that, it was a controlling relationship, but both of them were supposedly involved with drugs. Both parents. The stepfather, Christopher, and the mother. Okay, so let me just start with my notes, okay, because that helps me to focus. Thank you for being here. Thank you. Anybody who's here, thank you for being here. And I just thank you for being here for Madalina. Look at this beauty. Okay, so they're from Cornelius, North Carolina. Not originally, but I'll get to it. Let me read all my notes, and then I might go back to them. It's just a couple of pages. Okay, so November 21st, 2022 was the last day of school. I showed you that clip of her walking off the bus. That was the last known sighting of her. Okay. Oh, God. I'm sorry. I get very emotional with this because sometimes I get information. I don't know what it is. That I always have a pen around. I don't know what it is all the time. Sometimes I don't know who I'm talking to. So if I stop and start, it's not because I'm trying to be, extra ADD. It's because this is my process. Okay. Anyhow, have you met me? Okay. So, supposedly there was a phone call, or there was a reference to the father getting a bag of money after he went on a trip. And he must have might have taken Madalina. He denied it. He said he did not take her. But when the mother woke up on the 23rd, she said Madalina wasn't in her room, and he was gone for 3 days. She still didn't call the police because she said she thought he took her and was coming back with her. But didn't they speak on the phone? If your daughter was gone and the stepfather was gone, and your husband, who was not the father of the child, why would you not call him or call the police if you couldn't get in touch and hear your daughter's voice? That's why there's a lot of shady things going on. Okay, so Christopher, what's his last name? Palmater. Christopher Palmater, the one that's like in his 60s. Okay, they got married in 2015. So what year is it now? Oh, so that's like same year as us. So 8 years ago. I felt Lake Norman came up, but I didn't feel hot on it. I felt like maybe there's a clue there, or maybe Madalena, this beautiful girl, has visited there. Like, should I know anything about Lake Norman, sweetheart? A lot of promises were made to her, and that's why she didn't panic. But in the car ride, she started to get nervous. Now, a lot of people think because he burned things in the yard that caused a fire after this big trip, I believe, and the mother too. The neighbors called the cops because the fire was so big and it was so many hours. All right. And what they were burning was a couch. All right. I'll get to that. Because I'm just reading my notes. Lake Norman, I felt a little hot on it, not totally hot on it. So they have gone there. I'm feeling like they have gone there before. It might have been like a reward. Oh, we're going to go to Lake Norman. But she was kept in, very sheltered. Like, there's not many people that know much about the mother. Being only 37 years old, wasn't she going to the store? Wasn't she going to food shopping? Wasn't she, doing activities? Wasn't her daughter in activities? You see the daughter around horses, pictures of horses, but was she in any activities? I don't think so. I think she went to school and came home. That was it. She wasn't. That's why it's very strange to have this big, beautiful house in South Carolina, North Carolina. Cornelius, North Carolina. But then he loses his job, and you kind of see, like, what they're showing me, my spirit guides. They're showing me, like, the house. Oh, okay, they just told me. Remember your house growing up in my house before the divorce? And then the house, what it looked like after the divorce. It was like there was like a different energy, like nothing was being fixed, like the grass growing high, So why are you showing me that? Because they're trying to tell me that there was sadness in that house, even though it was a beautiful house, a big 2-car garage, upstairs, downstairs, rich house. They were probably going to lose that house because after he lost his job, I don't know what jobs he had after that, and the mother didn't work. But supposedly both of them involved with drugs. Mother and stepfather involved with drugs. This poor girl. She keeps saying, I wanted my mother to be like she was beforehand, always protective from the other country, the old country. I hear from the old country, very protective. Okay. So I'm just going to straight read. So a bag with money, both the father, there was, I guess, the cell phone. The father said the mother had a bag of money. The mother said the father had a bag of money. Okay. So something with a text message saying they have a bag of money. Okay. After the little girl went missing, Madalena. Okay. So, yeah, they got married in 2015. There's like some nice pictures. And so, okay, now they just told me, Shanann, nice pictures. There was nice pictures, but look what was going on behind the scenes. Okay. So the nice pictures don't mean anything. That's just a snapshot of a couple of seconds of one day, a couple of hours. Okay. The mother tried to traffic Madalena. Okay. I have it written down here. I don't know what, I guess I got it from the other research that I was doing. Okay. So maybe she'll say it was because she was trying to get out of a difficult marriage and she wanted to send her somewhere safe and then she'll join her. But I don't know who does that. Okay. No, you go to a shelter. You go to somewhere. You go somewhere and you go to a shelter and you could be safe in a shelter. You don't get some schlug to pick up your daughter. Okay, so anyhow, born April 11th, 2011. Okay, so a lot of 11s in her birthday. All right, what does that mean? That means that she's here on this earth to bring people to the fact that it's a magical number and also it's an angel number. Okay, so she's here to say, you know, take care of the angels, take care of the children, look into it. Don't just forget about this face. Please don't forget about her. I wouldn't be able to sleep at night if my little girl down the hallway in her room, she wasn't there. And then every day, a couple of weeks went by, and still nobody made a phone call to the cops. Why? Because you're guilty of something. Plain and simple. Okay, so Moldova. They're from the European place, Moldova. I think that's in the Ukraine or near the Ukraine. And she went to, Madalena COJOCARI from Cornelius, North Carolina. Because I'm hearing accents. And when I hear accents in my head, I don't know if it's spirit or if I'm channeling. So she has an accent. But she's a really smart girl. And she was learning. And her accent was going away. Her mother has the accent. Yeah. And her grandfather, something about her grandfather might hold the key. Oh, okay. Thank you. Thank you, Spirit. Yeah, so he lost his job. Then a lot of stuff started to get... I'm not saying that things weren't going wrong before he lost his job. Did you see a picture of what he looked like? I don't even know if I want to look at them. I just want to look at this girl. Beautiful Madalena. Okay. So, what else do I need to know from this page? Sitting in Cali. Okay. So, I'm thinking about California. I'm thinking about Calexia. It's a mixture. It's a border on the... I was asking for Avabella because she's from Cali and she's my friend. And she was looking up some information for me. She was trying to help me with this case. And she said that... Because I said, is there a boundary that's right near California but also Mexico? And so she was telling me about Calexia, which I never even knew. All right? So... it's like on the border of Mexico, Arizona, and California, I think. Okay. Oh, I see. Oh, that's New Mexico. Mexico's down here. Okay, so here. I know that's so far away. Okay. Okay. So when we're talking, sorry about that. When we're talking, I just have to look at it to reference for myself. And I'll tell you what I feel hot on. But just what came to me when I'm researching the case, I always take notes. So I started taking notes at night after I saw and I give her credit for this. Spiritual Genie, Spiritual Genie's video, because she had the live and then she had a 4-minute one, and I shared it. But after I saw that, then I can't sleep. So I'm writing notes, I'm researching about her, this sweet girl, and I'm like, no, I don't feel that she, like, what did he burn a couch for? What did the parents burn a whole couch? All right. Well, it could be a lot of things. It could be DNA. It could be blood. Maybe he beat her up. Maybe, you know, SA, and he wanted to get rid of that. Or maybe the mother and father were doing drugs and the couch went on fire, and so they decided to burn it because they knew the cops would be eventually coming there because the school is looking into where this little girl is. So they got rid of that evidence, and they found a lot of weird things in the house. I'll let you know of that. So much that they arrested both of them. Yeah, so just let me know, spirit guides and Tylee. I just heard, I'll help you, Katrina. I'll help Madalena as well. Yeah, so I feel like she went so many places. All right, so I'm feeling like, yeah, did he go to this place in Michigan where he has family, and I'm talking about the stepfather. So he's driving her in this car. I don't even know how long. Let me check. Echo, how long does it take to get from North Carolina to Michigan by car?
From North Carolina, a drive to Michigan would take about 11 hours and 11 minutes.
Oh, that's not far. Okay. One second. Okay, so I'm just going to show you, first I'll just tell you, I'm going to point to North Carolina to Michigan. It's not that much, it's not that long, it's 11 hours, okay, by car. So let me show you. But where I feel she went from there is, let me show you. I feel hot on, of course, California, Nevada, Arizona, New Mexico. And that not, I feel like USA, still in the USA, not quite in Mexico, New Mexico. But, you know, this is what I feel. I'll go back onto that a little bit later, but let me just read my notes and then I'll see if there's any questions. But I try to stay in this mindset as long as I can until I finish, so I can just do the reading that way. Okay. My picture go off. There she is. Okay. So mother tried to, they have proof of this now. Mother tried to traffic her, Madalena away for drugs or something to do with drugs. Then there was also a story about she wanted to divorce her husband because it was a very bad marriage. Lake Norman, sitting in California. Now, after I felt that she was in California on the border of New Mexico or Mexico. Okay, I'm sorry, I'm bad with, I thought of Calexico, okay. After I said that or saw that and was writing my notes, I hear on the news when I was doing more research that there was a sighting of her. I think 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, but I didn't see any pictures at a gas station. Okay, so this would be a year later. She would be 12 now. So she would still look similar. Maybe her hair is cut short. Maybe her hair was dyed. Okay, so that nobody would notice her. And maybe her name was changed. And for some reason, I kept getting an A name. But she knows who she is. Yeah, so. Okay, now I'm getting into when they finally did go to the house and the cops were called because the mother showed up at a meeting at school without her and she was supposed to present her. And she went there and she didn't have her there. So they found in the house, the police found blood in Madalena's closet. Okay, I don't know what it was about. I don't know, what the blood was about. Okay, but they found blood in Madalena's closet. So they're saying, well, I believe. Okay, so this is my belief. All right, I could be wrong, but my belief is allegedly SA from the stepfather, Christopher. Okay, drugs. That's just another thing. Christopher went to Michigan for 3 days where he's allegedly, for 3 days where he has family and he has a cabin. Supposedly he needed to get supplies. Okay. I drew this picture. It was a cabin, supposed to be a cabin, very small, not big, trees around it, of course it's going to have trees and a little road. But I'm like, in my head, I'm asking her for days, Madalena, like, first of all, are you alive or are you in the spirit world? Sometimes spirits don't know how to tell you that. But she's showing me that she did go to that cabin. So then she had to be alive, I think. Like she's sitting in the chair next to him, driving. And she was told things. She was told the mother's coming, but maybe she has to clean up her drug use or, she's going to be like she used to be. And that's all she needed to know is she's going to join us, but we're going to go first. So that would calm her down. Yeah, but then she's telling me, but Katrina, they lied to me. They lied to me. Okay, instead of saying lied, she said lie. So that's why I'm thinking her energy is still physical bound. Okay, so Christopher went to Michigan where he has family in the cabin. I asked her if she stayed in the cabin. She says yes, a couple of days, then there's weird people. And then she thinks that she's going to go in the car back with Christopher, her stepfather. And that's when it gets bad. I'm doing a reading. Oh, okay. Oh, I didn't know if you knew. I'm still doing it. Okay, so basically what I'm seeing is, in regards to that, is she's got she's starting to understand that her mother's not coming. And she's starting to get nervous. And she said when she gets nervous, she cries, she might scream, but she says these the other people there, and they're like, "Oh no, don't worry," like, and then he gets angry at her for crying. He gets angry at her for screaming, like, I want my mother. I just want to go back. I want to get my mother. I don't want you. You lied to me. And then I feel like something happens, like a smack, or maybe they put something in her mouth or something to calm her down. And she's showing me. I went in a succession of cars and trucks. Katrina, I went in not just one car, one truck, to go into that space, which I feel, and this is allegedly, this is my opinion. I could be wrong. I could be incorrect. Okay. Okay, right here. All the way here to the yellow. Here to here. Then all the way across. Echo, how long would it take to get from Michigan by car to California?
From Michigan, a drive to California would take about 1 day and 7 hours.
It says a drive from Michigan to get to California would take 1 day and 7 hours. Okay, it's not that long, but there was stops and starts. I get stops and starts. I'm in a car. Now I'm in a truck. I'm in some motel. Don't stay there long. Now I'm in somebody else's car and truck. Somebody else comes, and it's very scary. But I don't feel like she went on a boat or a shipment, like you see in the in the movies of trafficking. I don't feel like there's another girl. There's another girl that she does see, and she feels good about it a little bit happy because there's another girl similar to her age, but they don't let them talk. She didn't see her that long. And she just says every day, and she was very thin to begin with. I think she's 90 pounds, so they would like take away food or say, you're not going to eat, you don't want to drink, do what we say. We're going here, we're going there. And she keeps on saying, is my mother coming? And they're like, forget about your mother. Is my father coming? Forget about him too. It's just terrible. It's terrible, but you know what? I shouldn't not do the video because I don't want to feel those feelings. I didn't get these feelings with Summer. A lot of psychics did. A lot of people, psychics and people really believe Summer was trafficked. And that's okay if you think that. I never got that feeling. And the same thing with Michael Joseph Vaughn. People, some psychics I knew saw him getting put on a boat and shipment and all this. No. And I still see USA in the USA. So that's why she has to be looked for. She has to be found. Thank you, Dawn. Thank you, Jazzy. Hi, Faith. I didn't know that you jumped on. Muse News. How are you doing? Another fellow YouTuber. Hi, I'm glad you joined us. We're talking about a little girl that's missing. Hi, Kim Magical. I didn't know all these people joined. I'm glad. Thank you, Kim Magical, for being my wrench. Edibles, they could have given her edibles, yes, like little gummy bears that weren't gummy bears. They weren't candy, but she was hungry. She was so hungry. I do see her sleeping and nodding off and then waking up crying, waking up sweaty. Hi, it's written in the stars. Okay, so I'm going to finish my notes. I do see that cabin. When I asked her, did you stay there like more than a day? She was like, no, nothing is long. I don't remember staying anywhere long. I thought the cabin was going to be my mother. My mother was going to be there. Now, other psychics feel that she would, and before I looked into this case, a friend of mine in the past, another reader named Crystal, had looked into it, and some people believe, that she was buried in an area that's on his way, on his way to Michigan to that cabin, or on his way back from the cabin, something in that area. And that could be true, but I'm still believing that they keep on showing me California. They keep on showing me Calexia. Calexia. I didn't even know that word. Okay, and then I asked my friend from California, from Cali. She's from Compton, Forever Bella, and she was giving me information. She was giving me screenshots. She was giving me mappings, and I'm not good at the mapping. And I hope Ruby, just a Texas medium, will do a mapping when she gets a chance. Okay. Yeah. So, okay. I think I'm done. Well, no, I'm not done with this picture. So they found blood in the closet. Essay from the father, allegedly. Drugs, definitely. They found it. So he went to Michigan. He was missing for 3 days. Okay. And this is what she said to me. I still miss my mother. Why would she let him get rid of me? And these are heartbreaking things. And like, what do you say to this beautiful girl? Sweetheart, we're going to try to find you. And she shouldn't have done that. But sometimes when people have alcohol or drug problems, they don't act like their true self. And the drugs take over. And the alcohol is a disease. I still love her, Katrina. I still love her. That's what she's saying to me. Yeah, so cars, many cars. Do you know how many cars? She said it was mostly like at nighttime and like at the morning, like dusk and dawn. Yeah, she said that a lot, dusk and dawn, because I have a picture that's called Dusk and Dawn. All right, so then that's when not a lot of people are out. She does remember something like a car clock saying 4 a.m. At one point. So she's showing me like cars, different sizes, trucks, because I'm trying to get an idea on it. She said there were more trucks or SUV type cars than than small little cars. It was scary when it was a truck. Do you remember any other people in the car? Bad teeth. Somebody has bad teeth. One of the people that were driving or dealing with her has very bad teeth and a scary face. Okay, so let me just you could say anything to me, spirit guides or Madalena, but we're still going to try to come for you and get you to safety. Calexio, still in the USA, Cali, Mexico border. Yeah. So she's trying to count for me how many vehicles she was in. So she said her stepfather's vehicle, that's one. Then the vehicle she left from Michigan to go somewhere, she said it was a regular car. Then she showed me like coming out of a motel type of place. And she said that was a black, like a dark truck, black truck. She remembers it was high up. Somebody had to boost her up to get up there. That's where she saw the other girl. But then she said after that, like a car ride, they were separated. She kept trying to tell people, I have a mother that wants me to come home. And they would say, forget about that. Forget about her. No, you don't. We're your mother. We're your father. Like, she's like, I just realized it is better to not talk. She's telling me she heard a lot of Spanish. A lot of Spanish speaking. Okay. Thank you for that. Thank you. Okay. I'm done with this page. Okay. Now I'm on the next page. Okay. So Diana, Madalena, mother. Diana COJOCARI and Christopher Palmater. Why didn't Diana take Christopher's last name? I don't think she did. So holding drugs. Okay. So she's in jail, right? Just recently what happened is, I'm not sure of the date that it happened, but she has another charge against her because she was in jail and she was in the shower and she got caught with cocaine and with fentanyl. Okay. So some people said that she was trying to commit suicide because before she's going to be charged for what happened to her daughter. Okay. So I saw that hearing take place and that they're going to deal with that as a separate hearing. Okay. I found the bag 5 days before. I found the bag 5 days before what? I'm not sure why I wrote that. Found the bag 5 days before. I'm not sure what that means. Sugar Mountain, Norman Lake, and there. So Sugar Mountain. Didn't feel exactly hot on that, but what I asked my spirit guides, I asked Madalena to help, and there are clues there. So Sugar Mountain and Norman Lake. I don't feel like she's in the spirit world. That's why I'm doing this. I feel like she is still alive. That's why we have to find her. But, I could be wrong. Maybe, they could check out Sugar Mountain again with the dogs, cadaver dogs, and, see if there's any kind of clue. Whether that is there. Okay, that one was a fast one. Okay, so when I am trying to tap in, I write the names down a couple of times, I say it, and it just gets me in the zone, and it gets me connected. And if they're not available to talk, or they have trouble talking because they're alive, or they have trouble talking because I'm just, not tapping in enough, I'll tap into my spirit guides. My spirit guides will help me with this person's name. Okay, so Madalena COJOCARI, Madalena COJOCARI, Madalena COJOCARI. So I feel there's a Russian link, okay? And when I say that, I mean there's somebody or a group of people that have Russian accents that I'm hearing. Because at first I said, maybe I'm just making a mistake because Madalena's mother and Madalena have an accent because they're from the Ukraine. They're from Moldova. So they have Moldovan accent. And maybe that sounds like Russian to me. No, I see some characters and they say something with Russian link. So I don't know if it's people, shady characters, but I just have that. Then burning of evidence. The burning evidence that had SA on it and DNA. Possible. And I also feel the husband, the stepfather, Madalena's stepfather, and the husband allegedly gave the mother something, some kind of drug, so that she wouldn't be, because they had a fight that night. And he was probably asking her, let's do this with Madalena. And she was probably saying no, maybe, allegedly. Anyhow. Yeah.
Was it Moldova with that guy from India fiance?
Yeah. Yeah. That's where she was from originally, this lady with her daughter. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, I feel they were burning evidence that would both drugs and SA and DNA. Okay. DNA could just be like, blood. Okay. So Lake Norman, not there, but bring dogs anyway. Okay, I already mentioned that. Yeah, because I felt very, very strongly on that. It's a Class A felony to not report a child being missing. So December 17th, 2022, both of them were arrested. Diana and Christopher were arrested, so that was good. Yes, so Madalena was 410 in November of 2022. 410. She was 11 years old then and 90 pounds, brown hair. The teacher has 3 to 6 days of unexcused absences, and then the teacher has to report that. Which they didn't get busy until December 15th for some reason. Oh no, they said they did. They called the house, they didn't answer. And then they set up a meeting with her. Okay, so they had a fire pit in the backyard, and for several days, it was burning. Okay, so that's a lot. That's a lot of smoke and fire. So supposedly they were burning a couch that was red. But this is allegedly, after the neighbors reported the fire to the police, they just said they were burning a couch for 3 days. But wouldn't they have found her if they were burning her remains? Wouldn't they have found that in the yard, in the fire pit? In the fire pit, yeah, and Tylee was saying yes, like they found me. They would have found her there if she was there. Okay? Granddaughter. Oh, okay. The grandfather in Moldova, right? His name is Victor COJOCARI. So he's Diana's father, the mother's father, and he's Madalena's grandfather. And he said he talked to them both October 2022, and everything seemed fine. So that was 1 month before all this happened. December 14th and December 15th, there was a meeting. December 14th, there was a meeting at the school, and she was supposed to bring Madalena. She did not. And then the counselor, December 15th, they went to the house. FBI is searching the lake or have searched the lake. When they say lake, I think they mean Norman Lake. 1 second. Yeah, I don't get her in water. She shows me, that she looked at the lake. She, even by the little cabin in Michigan, there was a little lake. She just didn't go in there. Yeah, I feel like they're trying to make money off of her. Just sold her. Anyhow, November 16th, November 23rd, Madalena, Christopher, Diana had an argument. Okay, so on the 23rd, supposedly, Madalena's stepfather and mother, Diana and Christopher, had a very bad argument. And then he left the next morning, but she didn't notice till 11 o'clock in the afternoon that her daughter wasn't in her room. Isn't there like breakfast made? And, I guess not. Anyhow, she didn't do anything because she waited for Christopher to get back from Michigan. And then she said, "Did you see Madalena?" And he said, "No." "Did you see Madalena?" And she said, "No." Okay, 2 winners. Okay. No one reports her missing. But I feel like after the 21st, that was the last sighting of her on the bus. I don't think anybody else has seen her since the 21st. So that's why I'm pushing the timeline up a little bit. Yeah, what do you guys think? Yeah, there's something that's bothering me with that timeline. After the 21st, she says, "My life would never be the same." After getting off the bus, your life wouldn't be the same, right? Okay. There is a phone number if anybody has any kind of information or any kind of thoughts. The Cornelius Police Department is 704-892-7773. That's 704-892-7773. I'm going to just show you. It might be backwards though. Okay. I'm going to do the cards, so I just like to read my notes first. Then I'll do the cards. Yeah, I just wanted to see if I said everything that I needed to say. Okay. Yeah, shady indeed. I'm glad you can come, Faith. Very glad. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to look through my crime cards. We're just going to ask the angels and the spirit guides. Where is Madalena COJOCARI? What happened to Madalena COJOCARI? What happened to Madalena? Madalena, what could you tell us that happened to you? Madalena? I will. Just said, light some Palo Santo, please. And I will. Somebody from her hometown, from Moldova, maybe the grandfather or the biological father, is going to try to help find her. Which is good, I think. What could you tell us about Madalena COJOCARI? Okay. Just told me to light the candle too. Yeah, so either there's an Alyssa around her or somebody, Alissa, or they're telling her to say her name is Alyssa. I just heard Alyssa Brown. Okay. I don't know if that means anything, but it came in clearly. Came in the other day, an A name, and then I was like, what A name? And then I heard Alyssa. Okay, and then I just heard a Brown, Alyssa Brown. I didn't have my microphone on. I'm so sorry. I don't know how much you heard of me talking. I just said the name Alyssa Brown, I heard. So they either changed her name to Alyssa Brown, or that name Alyssa Brown might be a clue. Somebody around her. Also, I didn't say before that when the mother woke up, she noticed that a lot of the clothes and went to her room, that a lot of her clothes were missing and her backpack was missing. She was missing, a lot of her clothes were missing, and her backpack. And she didn't have a cell phone. And that's very rare for a kid not to have a cell phone in these times. But they weren't treating her nicely. Okay. Okay. Let me just shuffle again. Could you tell us, Spirit Guides, where is what happened to Madalena COJOCARI? Where can we find Madalena COJOCARI? What letter? Where can we find Madalena COJOCARI? What letter is so important for information on Madalena COJOCARI? Please give us a few letters. Who's she with? What's her name? What state is she from? What state is Madalena COJOCARI? Okay, some letters that might make some sense if people try to make words out of it. I said, what state is Madalena COJOCARI in, or what letters are the letters of somebody's initials that's around her? I got B, L, E. Babe, what state starts with a B?
State?
Yeah.
No.
Or place?
Place, there's lots of places start with B.
Where's Bear Mountain?
I don't know. Upstate New York?
Oh. I don't feel like she's in New York. And F. Okay. So that could be places or names, letters of people's names. And then I just heard there's a lot of fake names. So just be aware of that. Okay. Now let me... One second. Madalena COJOCARI, please, Spirit. Thank you. April 11th. Madalena is an Aries, born on April 11th, 2011. She's an Aries. Okay, first card up. First card up is theft, fraud, stealing, petty and contractual. Follow that. Okay, I got summer, but look what you see in this picture. Now it's the season of summer right now, so maybe we can locate her. But see the mountains and the flowers and the sun? Maybe that's what she's seeing. It's the summer right now. Two to 4 years. Placed in a container. Okay. I have ashy hair. Doesn't matter if they're male or female. Their hair could be salt and pepper, if not dyed. Blue eyes, fair skin, and brown hair. So this is who's around her. Well, the mother had brown hair. I don't know what color eyes she has, but she's kind of fair skin, and the stepfather too. I could describe them. Straight up. Okay. Under the moon. Time frame, age, time when found, 10 or more years. I don't know what that means. I hope that's not hills and sand dunes. Okay, I'm going to shuffle again. And I have my other crime cards as well. So 1 second. Can you just give us 4 cards on what happened to Madalena COJOCARI to make her go missing? Where is Madalena COJOCARI? How can we find her? What happened to her to make her go missing? November 2022. Where is she now? About this, please, Spirit. Put the pictures in my mind. Put the pictures on the car. Let the voices tell me in my ears. Thank you. Please and thank you. In Jesus' name, amen. Okay, we got a male or a female. Could be a child, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, all the way up to 18, but under 25, could act or look much younger. Remember I told you she was talking to somebody that was young like her, and she was happy? I feel it was a female. Maybe she's with them now. They pretend that they're in this family. Okay. Then I got towers, smoke, tall tanks, oil, water, or water tanks. That could be a clue what she sees. And then I have rural, near farmland. But I don't feel hot on this one, so just take it for what it's. She might have seen towers because these are kind of like 2 tower cards. She drove, the whole country, across one side of the country in a matter of a couple of days. Driving. This truck, that truck, this car picks you up, that one. Okay, I'm going to use my other cards now. Okay, sorry. These are my crime cards, crime scene cards. Okay. I'm not crazy about them. And then I have my other cards that I made myself along with my husband. Anyhow, so I asked what happened to Madalena COJOCARI. To make her go missing. Okay. So I got someone coerced the killer into murdering the victim. Someone coerced the killer into murdering the victim. Okay. I got contamination of DNA evidence may be influencing the case. So in other words, the DNA got contaminated. Contamination of the DNA may be influencing the case. We'll see. It's just a terrible feeling that you feel. I was depressed enough. Okay, anyhow. Surveillance cameras may provide important clues. I'm hoping that they can get a camera a picture of Madeline, the person that saw Madeline over in Mexico. It was by a gas station. I think it begins with a V. I'm sorry, I tried to find that clip because Bella Butterfly was asking me, and I couldn't find it. I'll look for it again. Surveillance cameras may provide important clues. And when I held this card, not only did I see that at the gas station, but I saw it at a motel, a couple of motels. Okay. Now, I don't feel like they dyed her hair. I feel like they put a wig on her, a hat and a wig, so she would look different, because they were looking for a little girl that had brown hair and her build. So I don't think they dyed it because they don't want to ruin the innocence of her hair. I think that they put a wig and a hat, a baseball cap on. Definitely different clothes, not her clothes. Someone coerced the... Okay, I read that already. I read this already. One more. Spontaneous behavior or mental illness contributed to this crime. Okay. What I don't love about these cards is it really doesn't go with what I'm getting. Kind of goes in a different direction from what I'm getting. So that's why sometimes I like to just read my notes and go from there and let the angels and spirit guides jump in to say something to me, and then I'll just say it. I'm going to just shuffle these two. I'm standing because my back's starting to hurt from sitting. So I'm going to shuffle these two, and then I'm probably going to just call it a read, okay? Because I didn't want it to go too long. Madalena COJOCARI. Madalena COJOCARI. Where is she? Madalena COJOCARI. Where are you? Madalena Yeah. That's right, Kim. The neighbors would have smelled it as well if her body was burnt, and because the neighbors were very close by her house. Your location right now. Where can we find your physical body? Where can we find you? Where can we help you? Bring you home. Sorry about that, but I just have to put the microphone down so I can just say the chant that I say over and over again. I just say the girl's name. I say, what do we need to know? And a location. Okay, so I got Madalena COJOCARI. Where are you? Where can we find your physical body? Where can we find you to help you, bring you home? I got the Page of Pentacles. Young woman to 25 years old, student, male or female. Now that's similar to what I had in my own crime cards. Remember, there's a young person. I mean, this card could represent her, but I don't think so. I think it's a very young person that's kind of like in charge. Okay? Just look at where she is. It looks like very desert. Look where she is. Look what's in the background. Look what she's standing on. Pentacles represent money, represent creativity, some kind of gift or talent. If she was sold into trafficking, that's to bring money. That was to bring money to the parents, right? And whoever else has her. So she could represent pentacles, okay? Pentacles also a Capricorn, Virgo, and Taurus. But I think this card is trying to show us, look, the surrounding. Could that be a beach? Could that be California? It's not, there's no mountains. I don't see any mountains. Do you? Looks more like desert. Pentacles also earth. Okay, then I got the Queen of Pentacles, a woman over 25 years. So we have the woman, this could represent her, because she's a young student. She's a young woman. Not even, she's a child. Queen of Pentacles is a woman over 25 years, dark eyes, dark hair, and professional, business, domineering. You know how you feel like these things are run by men? This one, there's a woman behind it. There's two faces. She has this, this business sense, and she seems to have money, acts like she's nurturing and helpful, but really, she takes the mask off. She's behind this whole big thing. And I just heard, and drugs too. Okay. I just heard, we can get you whatever you need. We can get you, if you want drugs, if you want kids, if you want, like, almost like slaves. It's terrible. I'm going to have to take a sea salt bath after this. Okay. The star card is brightness, hope. Oh, I hope. Brightness, hope could bring... I need my glasses. Hold on a second. Can't read it. Brightness, hope could bring excesses, so be careful not to become too greedy. Wow. Yeah. Now this, I feel, represented the parents, because they had that beautiful house, right? And maybe there was a little excess of money. But then when he lost his job, maybe the bills got harder and the drug problem for Diana and Christopher got worse. Nobody's taking care of the kid. Right? The beautiful little girl. So this is saying brightness, hope could bring excesses. So be careful to not be becoming too greedy. And anything with water has to do with emotions, usually love and friendship. Look at that white dove above her head. They were in charge of a little angel. And look what they did. Okay. So then for the location cards, these cards here, I got them just strictly for location. We got the filmmaker. Ugh. Hi, Forever Bella. Hi, Cat H. We got the filmmaker. It's scary. Yeah, if you guys are just coming on now, you could always go back and watch the whole thing from the beginning. Okay, because I'm almost ready to get off because I can't do it anymore. Prince of Cups and the filmmaker. Look, he's in a theater and he's holding up his hands. So there's a strong possibility that there is video of her, of Madalena. Is that true, Madalena? The spirit guides of Madalena? In the dark web. Then we have sorrow, 3 of sorrow. And I wanted a location. That's not really telling me. Look at this, the costume designer. Isn't that creepy? Because I got the filmmaker, now I got the costume designer. So this means definitely film. Somebody somewhere sees something on film of Madalena. Which means that there's still a chance and there's hope. There's always hope that they can be alive. Don't stop looking for them. Then we got happiness. They're showing me, oh, there's a bridge in the background. Like, it looks like a picnic, hot dogs and drinks and stuff. Take a careful look at this. This might be what she's seeing. And there's a bridge in the background. Look at that. You see that? Oh my gosh, what does this mean? Echo. What does SATIETY mean?
Satiety is usually defined as the state of being satiated, surfeit.
What did she say? Echo. What is SATIETY?
Satiety is usually defined as the state of being satiated, surfeit.
Well, I don't understand what that means.
Can't help you on that one. I don't know.
Well, this is the card I got. And now this to me is looking like New York. Doesn't that look like New York? Like the Rainbow Parade or something? They just said hold this one up to again. What do you guys think? What do you think, Kim? Where's those cards? Do I even have the I don't think I have the book on that, do I? Yes, I do. 1 second, guys. So weird. It sounds like she's talking in a different language. One second, guys. I'm trying to find it. I do have the book. It's the Urban Tarot to try to see a location. Okay. It's giving me a headache. I can't do it with these cards. Sorry. I hardly ever use them, but I'm just looking for clues for our girl. And I think that's it. I'm going to close with a little prayer. And hopefully if any of you guys have any ideas at all, thoughts, even if you watch this reading and then something comes to your mind, or if anybody has seen this beautiful girl. Let me see, where is she? She went off the screen. Madalina COJOCARI.
Our community's veterans deserve to be honored and supported.
Sorry, I'm trying to get a picture.
Veterans Bridge Home is one organization making a difference for heroes right here in the Carolinas.
Okay. Yeah, please, God, please help us to find this little girl.
It's been 6 months since Madalina COJOCARI went missing. The Cornelius girl was last seen getting off a school bus back in November. Her mother and stepfather remain in jail facing felony charges for failing to report her disappearance. Wake Up Charlotte's Richard Devane is at the jail this morning. And Richard, police have released new video of Madalina as they ask for folks to come forward with information.
Yeah, that's absolutely correct, Sarah. Good morning to you. Good Monday morning, all. Yeah, Madalina COJOCARI's mother and stepfather still in a Mecklenburg County jail. All this as the hope and prayers continue that somehow, some way, we'll find her. Cornelius police released 2 old videos of Madalina COJOCARI, one at the pool wearing a Little Mermaid costume, and another at the beach with a post that says Madalina is ready to enjoy the warm summer months. But 6 months after she was last seen, the search continues. Madalina's mother, Diana COJOCARI, and stepfather, Christopher Palmentier, still behind bars for failing to report her disappearance. Both say they have no idea where Madalina is. Search warrants released in December say there were extensive phone conversations between Diana and a distant family member, where Diana asked that family member to help smuggle Madalina away because she was in a bad relationship with her husband and wanted a divorce. There was also a lengthy road trip Palmentier took to Michigan days after Madalina was last seen. According to the document, it happened after they had an argument. As people all over continue to hold out hope that some way, somewhere...
Okay, I'm not sure I'm allowed to show that.
I just hope we find her safe and she's
1 second.
to someone that knows where she is, and she's allowed the healing that she probably deserves.
And that is the hope of so many. Of course, police continue to say if anyone has any information, any tip whatsoever.
Yeah. So that phone number that I had said before, I have it written down. I said it earlier. If anybody has any tips, I might even call it. But I'm just trying to zero in. That's why I use my map. I'm trying to zero in on it, but now I have to close it out because I'm starting to get like a real bad feeling, and migraine is coming after I had a panic attack will ensue. So I'm going to close it up, and I want to say, Let me see my closing prayer. Do I have a closing? Yeah, here's my closing prayer. Father, thank you that you have revealed your love to us today, and we invite you to send us out from here in the power of the Holy Spirit. Fan into the flame the gifts. Close out this reading, and please do not allow any more messages unless it's important, until I ask. Surround me and my family and my home and those who watch my videos in a white, beautiful light of crystals, of glitter and pearls, of protection and love and peace from the divine. And Archangel Michael surrounds us, and God is always with us. Thank you in Jesus' name. Amen. Namaste, everybody. Love you.